The Legacy Experience has been brought to you in part by Sage, Cortland, Islander Precision Fly Reels, Suffix, the world's most hardcore fishing line.
This area behind me is the Great Bear Rainforest, an area the size of Banff National Park located in British Columbia, Canada. And it's also the base location for the television series, The Legacy Experience. It's completely dedicated to saltwater fly fishing the Pacific for chrome bright salmon on the fly. In episode 1, we're going to take a look at just some of the subject matter that you'll be seeing over the next 10 episodes. Saltwater fly fishing for salmon is one of the most exciting aspects of fly fishing I've ever experienced. Stay tuned for the Legacy Experience. This is exactly why the right topography, with the eelgrass, the sandy beach, is so conducive to the silvers, the coho, salmon being in here. There is an unlimited amount of bait that locks up in these bays. And sometimes it's just simply a matter of sitting and waiting, half hour or an hour, whatever it takes until those salmon just move in. Eventually, they do move in. Oh, fabulous! Nice silver. I'm a little rusty at this. Ooh, this is a good looking fish. There's your August quality brace of fish right there. There they are. We're still on that bait fish pattern. We're about 5.5 hours in. Nice. And predominantly they've not been where they were last year. Today, anyway, the numbers are lower. That can be due to a number of factors too. There's commercial openings that can have a big impact. Whoa. Under the boat. Going. Thank goodness for a good sharp hook. Look at that beautiful brace of fish right there. Look at that. Not long before that, you can see the jaw, the nose is, and the jaw is starting to kype. Wild fish heading up one of these unbelievably wild creeks and rivers of the Great Bear Rainforest. You can see beautiful fish. Ooh. Beautiful bait fish pattern on them. It's been absolutely the ticket. Takes off. Well, we're about the 5-hour point, and been an interesting day for day 1, and it's amazing how day to day in saltwater fly fishing for salmon, how things can change. Putting in more time today, but the results, stunning chrome fish. Right on. What do we got here? We're just doing a really nice wind tack, super relaxing, just heading up to the point and just utilizing this whole bay, getting that line down. Beautiful wind drifts. What are you doing? Just letting that little interpretive clouser just out there, just in the ozone. But luckily we've moved into about 50, 60 feet of water for this tack. Whoa, nice fish. Actually thought that was a bottom fish. He bit so light. Ooh, it's a big guy though, really big. Big northerns, wild rivers, wild fish. Where are you going? Where are you going? You can only go airbound now. Oh yeah. There he goes. All the line taken off. Coming right at you. There he goes. To the reel. Might be a small Chinook. Unbelievable, what a day. Oh, just a big tank. Healthy. All right. You have to have hemostats like this on the boat, because with the tinier hooks, like a little surgical stitch you're taking out. Okay, let's put you back. Get one more nice look at you. Oh. Aren't they spectacular? Interpretive clousers, big, bright fish like that. Unbelievable. You can see that fly. Big northern fish.
Well, as they say, all good things must come to an end. When the big northerns moved out of the kelp and inshore zones completely, after being there day in and day out, which left only one problem: where to find them now, and I had no idea where they'd gone. I had plenty of time to think about it over the next few hours of searching new waters, looking for bait and feeding salmon arcs on the electronics, trying to troubleshoot and put a new plan together, which seemed to be going nowhere fast, until after watching a few boats trolling herring, getting into a few fish in the 60 to 100 foot zones, I decided to hit the leading point transition drop-off zones and get the heavy skullhead fly patterns down at that depth by stack mending the fly line and letting the fly line get down to the 80 to 120 foot zone on the upcoming slack tide. If I can give any advice on saltwater fly fishing for salmon, it's to never get stuck in one pattern, as the minute you think you have it all figured out, the fish always change the rules, and you'll need to adapt to find new fish and new fly waters.
This is just a monster. These are the minutes, moments that you wish you put an extra sharpness on that hook. That was in 100 feet of water. Now I can only fish 100 feet of water simply because we're on a high slack. I never would get that line down that type of distance. Oh, no, that was a painstaking. We spent 4 hours bucktailing all of our key points. Do you think those fish would come up? Look at him, there he is. Look at the size of that fish. That's it, that's it. Take that line, now you know you're hooked. Right to the kelp. Thank you, Cortland 325 grain.
All right. There we go. Saltwater fly fishing the Pacific. Absolutely stunning. Good looking big coho like that. Hey, when those fish have moved off the shallow waters and that inshore pocket kelp that we've covered in other shows, and you just can't bring them to the top, make sure to fish those skull heads or super weighted fly patterns. You don't have to fly cast, just simply let that line out, your full fly line, and start just a micro slow retrieve right off and up from the drop off edge lip. Fish that whole water. It's absolutely integral when it comes to producing really nice coho like that. Gotta be fast on the pickup. Large arbor. Absolutely key. What are you doing? He doesn't even know he's hooked. Look at the size of this guy. Whoa, yeah. Oh, he's ticked off. He's so mad. Aren't you? Oh, yeah. I know why you're mad. Because those skull heads, whether you skip fly and bucktail them or dead drift them, wind drift them, they get down to the zone. I'm not getting in your way with that handle. That fish, I swear it hit it 6 times before it committed to it. These are big northerns here. Today we're going to be talking all about fishing skull heads. They're a fly pattern that's been used and really developed for the Kootenays and bringing it to ocean environments. And I wanted to do a show today for people that may not fly cast but want to experience the battle privilege of one of these big coho on fly rods and fly equipment. So we're going to cover how to skip fly these, how to bucktail them, and also how to fish them with the retrieve, and also without having to do the cast, but all the benefits of feeling the hookup on these incredible fish. Look how big and beautiful silver those fish are. Okay, let's get a nice shot. Oh, here we go. Big northerns, big sea lice on his tail. Wowee, you are magnificent. Seal mark on you, or net mark. All right. I don't know if this one will stay on. I barely got the hook in him. There, put it in now. Unbelievable. Oh, get that drag done up. Coming at us, coming at us. Right at us. Keep those barbless hooks in. Oh boy, this is when I like the drag nice and tight. There you are. This is probably over the next few years going to be one of your best spots to come and get big wild silvers and coho and chinook on the fly. Absolutely magnificent salmon. The Great Bear Rainforest, the base location at Legacy Lodge. The whole series is shot within about 30 miles of that base location on Pendleton Island. Okay, we'll see you, buddy. These are sandy shoals, white. You can see where the bait will pass right over those shoals. Those fish have got safety in that kelp to dart out, and they've got safety on that side that there's nothing that can predate on them, because they never lose that juvenile imprint. All right, let's put a couple on the shoals there, should we? That's the most visible point a bait fish will ever be, when it's passing over those shoals. And I want to fish beyond it and those pockets. Oh yeah. I'll take this hole fishing in tight for silvers even further. If you find shady points and kelp, they are literally getting out of the sun. Oh yeah. Wow, all big northerns. Oh, spectacular fish. Can we get one more of those? Oh. There he goes. Dry line fishing for silver salmon on the fly. This is as good as it gets. Big on bright fish. Saltwater fly fishing for salmon. Unbelievable. We'll see you, buddy. Oh,
Where is he?
What?
He's gonna come out the end of the rocks.
That is completely awesome.
That is so cool.
I've never seen that before. It just keeps heading towards the shore like that. But it's actually 60 feet the other way. We got to rip through this kelp with a line. This is an ambush feeder. Oh my goodness, this fish is over 12. That was really cool being guided into that fish. I enjoyed that immensely.
That was fun to watch him blow up on that thing. What a take it was.
I love this saltwater fly fishing. It's a lot on gut too. You know what I mean? Feel.
Yeah, it is. Knuckles.
Yeah, and sore knuckles. Oh, come on, baby, yeah.
Look at that.
See what Phil's doing here? He's actually working the fish out to the deep, so we stand more chance of landing it. They love sparse flies here. Like, I've never seen anything like it. Man,
What a beautiful buck. Look at that.
if you get the chance to come out to Legacy Lodge, Phil, this is a heck of a brace of a fish. Oh, thank you for that incredible battle. What a bar of crow. See you, buddy.
Nice job, Mark.
There's a St. Tip. If you're just joining us, we are bucktailing for Chinook outside of Rivers Inlet, in Calvert Island, putting anchovy-sized bucktails through a receding tide.
You getting tired? Sounds like you're losing your breath.
Yeah. Okay, here we are. There's the end of the Cortland 225 grain. One of the greatest fly lines I've used for 18 years.
No, we've caught a ton of fish on those, man.
Just great river line, great ocean fly casting line.
Come on, big fella. Can you step back, Mark, maybe? Whoa.
Eager, you didn't just pick that up. You crazy man.
Just a little fish.
Look how blooming deep that is. Bring that fish to camera. Show that big wild monster fish.
There we go.
If you get the chance to come up to Rivers Inlet, it's a beautiful, majestic wild fish that have to be released, or should be, in the 40s. Look how deep the back is in. Point that
That's
fish to the
huge.
camera and show the deepness of the back.
That's huge.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
it's
40.
40 pounds.
Let's let that beauty go.
You gotta go make some babies.
Well, that's a 40 all day long, man.
He's about ready. There he goes, man.
I hope you've enjoyed episode 1 that takes a look at just some of the subject matter that you'll be experiencing over the next 10 episodes. Saltwater fly fishing the Pacific for chrome bright salmon on the fly. Thanks for watching. I'm Mark Pendleton. We'll see you next week on The Legacy Experience.
The Legacy Experience has been brought to you in part by Sage, Cortland, Islander Precision Fly Reels, Suffix, the world's most hardcore fishing line,